Hey, here are 5 stupid things I've noticed since last time. Fox News attacks Obama for quoting Bible. Week before last, President Obama delivered a major address on immigration, during which he referenced the Bible and how Scripture calls us to deal kindly with strangers. Well, that didn't sit too well with the great Americans over on Fox News Channel. The next morning on Fox and Friends, animate necktie display mannequin Tucker Carlson called it out of bounds and a repugnant example of the Christian left at work. So, for those of you keeping score at home, Christian right, good. Christian left, bad. Using your faith as an excuse to discriminate against people and treat them like shit, good. Using your faith as motivation to treat people with kindness and humanity and compassion, out of bounds. Major TV networks don't carry Obama immigration speech. Yeah, another thing about that speech, the major American TV networks didn't carry it, which is fucking ridiculous. But you know what's even more ridiculous? The Obama administration never even officially asked them to carry it. Apparently, the White House sent out feelers to the network and they got the response that, well, the networks would be reluctant to interrupt their regularly scheduled programming during the November sweeps period. Also, apparently, this guy forgot that his major policy speeches should be more important than one night of primetime network TV ratings because he's the president of the fucking United States! Texas school board votes Moses into social studies class. The Texas State Board of Education, in accordance with standards it passed in 2010, recently voted to approve new textbooks, including a U.S. government textbook which describes Moses as having been an influence on the American founding fathers. Never mind the fact that Mosaic law has nothing to do with democracy or that the U.S. Constitution directly contradicts it in multiple places, including guaranteeing freedom of religion. Moses almost certainly never actually existed. And even if there was an historical Moses of some kind or another, he even more certainly never wrote any of the books that are traditionally attributed to him in the Old Testament. So how the fuck did this guy who didn't exist and didn't write anything, even if he did, influence the framers of the Constitution again? Right-wing radio host wonders if Ferguson is an Obama false flag op. Rick Wiles, host of True News Radio and Paranoid Dipshit, speculated on the air last week that President Obama might be orchestrating events in Ferguson, Missouri in order to provoke a civil war, which would then give him the pretense he needs to unilaterally impose gun control on the United States. Rick's guest on the radio at the time was Larry Pratt, the executive director of Gun Owners of America, the gun lobby that makes the NRA seem moderate. And Larry found the whole Obama wants to start a civil war to take our guns angle to be entirely reasonable, because he too is a paranoid dipshit. There was something else I wanted to talk about here. What was it? I feel like I just said the word. Oh yeah! Ferguson! Ferguson grand jury upholds right of police to shoot unarmed black people to death. Hey, are you a white person? Would you like to be able to murder black people without facing any consequences whatsoever from the criminal justice system? Become a cop. If you're a white person who likes murdering black people, law enforcement is the perfect career for you. Because here in the United States, we don't send white cops who murder black people to prison. We don't even make them stand trial. Before the Ferguson grand jury decision was announced recently, some of you may have been wondering, hey, it's 2014. The peak of the civil rights movement was 50 fucking years ago. Maybe it's not allowed anymore for white cops to murder black people. Don't worry, people who support black people being murdered by cops. It's 2014, and white cops who murder unarmed black people are still just as safe from justice as they have ever been. The hardest part is only picking 5. Catch you next time.